Welcome to this lesson in professional baking. In this lesson we're going to be learning how to make a lovely red, very red velvet cake. So all my ingredients are ready. I've already prepared a 6-inch pan. This recipe is for a 6-inch pan. You find how to increase the quantity for other size pans in the downloadable materials. So I've already greased my pan and also dusted it lightly with some plain flour. Now we're going to combine our wet ingredients. So in a large mixing bowl, I'm going to add my sunflower oil, my eggs, my vanilla extract, my buttermilk. If you don't have buttermilk, you can make a buttermilk substitute, and you find it in the substitutions lesson in this course. I'm going to add my food coloring, my red food coloring. Best to use red gel food color. Don't use liquid because it won't be as strong. So use a red gel color, and I'm using the Wilton brand. But you can find other brands that you like and use those as well. And finally, I'm going to add my granulated sugar. You can also use caster sugar. And now I'm going to whisk all the ingredients vigorously until they are fully combined. See our lovely red color. And we have our lovely red. So now that's combined. I'm now going to transfer my mixture, my wet ingredient mixture, into a mixer bowl. You can decide to do this step in your mixing bowl from the start. So you mix all your wet ingredients along with your sugar in your mixing bowl. Now I'm going to add my sifted flour, my sifted cocoa powder, my salt, and my baking soda. I'm going to be using a whisk, so I'm going to change my beater attachment to my whisk attachment. So I'm now just going to beat it until it's just combined. Our mixture is now well combined. Just going to scrape down my bowl. Just whisk it one more time for about a minute. Now it's well combined. Now I'm going to add in my vinegar and whisk well for 5 to 10 seconds. This is the activating agent. And now we're going to separate our batter into our baking pans. If you want to bake evenly, you can weigh out your batter into the pans, but I'm going to do this by eye. You can bake this in one tin or in 2 separate tins like I'm doing to make a sandwich. Or you can bake it in one tin and then cut the cake. But cakes tend to be more stable if you bake them in 2 tins if you're going to be sandwiching them together. And here we have our lovely red velvet cake batters. You can see the bubbles bubbling since we added the vinegar. The vinegar is reacting with baking soda. Now I'm going to bake these in the oven. A tip for baking them is that If you don't want the outside of your cake to get too dark, reduce the temperature that you're baking at by about 10 degrees. Again, if that's not enough, then you could reduce it by another 10 degrees until you get the kind of look you want on the outside of your cake. So I'll see you in the next lesson.